my name is Tabila.
My name is Drachi.
Welcome to the Blanca, where we discuss architecture and life. Starting the conversation today with Passivhaus design.
I got interested in Passivhaus design while studying sustainable technologies for building, especially like residential design. That's when I came across the Passivhaus HAUSE code from Germany that is being used in a lot of European countries now. That is concerned with the building being airtight and controlling the quality and temperature of the air that comes into the building, so that you keep the cost of heating and ventilation, not ventilation, heating and cooling down.
Keep it down.
Keeping heating and cooling down. Yeah. So I was looking at the principles and everything, and I found out that it's not something you can really apply in tropical countries.
Because it's hot here. So we are trying to keep the heating out and get it cooler.
I know.
Even air conditioning, after a while, it actually starts. Then the humidification, because I actually read one document where they said the major problem for tropical climate is actually keeping the heat down and dehumidification. Yeah, because even ACs, after a while, you will start getting sweaty even inside the air conditioning. So how to control all of that?
So basically, in the European countries, how it works is you have you first of all have to make the house as airtight as possible. Preferably to use, ideally the best way to get that kind of effect is to either like cast in situ, but like in one unit, because once you have bricks and everything, there's always bound to be spaces. Or you do what I saw in a project in England, calling one on Grand Design, the TV show. The couple built their house out of prefabricated concrete panels. So you have very few seams that you have to. You can focus and just seal those completely.
Yeah.
So
then another problem with Passivhaus design is that in most cases it's always more expensive than regular building,
because of all the precautions.
Yes, because even on some websites I found that at now it's like 14% more expensive than building. So like people are not very like if it's more expensive, they will not want to do it.
But the thing is, in the long run, the cost is a good thing, because you just make that initial investment to put in all the technology.
That's true, sure.
Subsequently, you don't pay for much.
I was at least for heating and all that.
Yeah.
But in the Nigerian context,
Doesn't matter.
finding regular construction workers to finish a house properly is very difficult to find. Like bricklayers and
Artisans.
Artisans, exactly. So because you need very detailed, very specific.
Everything has to fit like a glove.
Yeah, exactly.
Error margin like 5 milliliters or something like that.
Even that is even too much.
Because I think there's a specific value for I think 0.6 of the house volume. That's only how much air should be leaking out
per hour. Yes, so you can just imagine.
It's a very strict,
very strict
guideline.
code. But the thing about passive housing in tropical climates is the fact that they don't really have a code per se. It's mostly recommendations they are giving us now. Because it will be much better if we have a code, so that people can actually say, oh, this is the exact thing to follow, not just recommending larger windows, open. Because I was reading on one website, healthy housing for living or something like that.
We'll put the references in the section.
So what they were just talking about, they're just talking about recommendations, how to like you have to build bigger windows. You have to open up the doors maybe during the day to allow cool air to come in.
Yeah.
And then, but in Nigeria, security is a very big issue. So you can't just say, oh, I just want to open my door down.
Because an option for that, something that I've always liked, is the burglary proofing with really nice lattice work.
Okay,
like the
yes,
type you have
that's
in
another.
mosques and everything. Because if you do something nice like that, it doesn't really matter if you have bars. But the problem with that is when you now have big windows that have to open inside because of burglary proofing.
Yes.
You can put the burglary. I don't know. You shall
Or
work
you
it
can
out.
put the burger proof
On the
inside.
inside,
Yes,
yeah.
because a lot of people actually do that. You put the burger proof on the inside.
And the door
It
window
even
opens
fits
out.
into the window,
Yeah.
the sill. Yes, because that's how it is in my house.
Okay.
It fits into the window sill, so it's inside and just right by the window. Yes, exactly. So that's an option.
Yeah.
And then also some of the recommendations they gave were but apart from even the recommendations, because they were talking about the possibility for a proper housing code too, and they were talking about insulation of 10 to 15 centimeters of insulation for tropical climate. Yes, because they said in as much as we are trying to keep the heat out, still the same principle. You are trying to make the building airtight, so and any air to just come in and to control the air. So,
I don't know. I just wonder about that. Is there really a need to make a building in a tropical area like airtight when half the time the weather is favorable? It's just for like proper control.
okay, another that's true, but I'm not. There's no code here, so people are just talking maybe random research. Somebody is doing this research in China, somebody is doing this research in Singapore, somebody is doing this research in Brazil.
Okay, yeah, the Passivhaus Institute is doing simulations in 3 tropical countries,
Yeah,
I think.
Singapore,
is Chile. Singapore.
I think India too is one of them.
Yeah, India is one of them.
And
yeah.
I think Brazil.
Yeah. No, Brazil. Oh, which brings me to another thing. Brazil has their own code. It's not really a passive house code per se. There were parallels. There's some papers. There's a reference in the note section that has a paper comparing the two systems, the two codes, the passive house code and Brazil system. I think it's called RQLR or something like that.
Yes.
So, but theirs is more like a tropical design guideline. It doesn't really deal with control of air or keeping heating and cooling down. It's more like the general LED rating. So
Okay.
yeah, just adapted to suit their own
their
country. Yeah. Because apparently there's a lot of development that they want to do from now to 2015, and then
They have to build
millions of new homes.
So you can imagine the amount of energy that will be
exactly
coming out of those buildings.
Basically, I think in summary, the passive house system will really work here as is.
As it is, yes.
Yes.
The code, because there are a lot of
Exactly.
recommendations for tropical climates.
It's passive house and it's passive house.
Yes. So are two very different things. So it's very important. Someone actually students should do something worthwhile.
Yeah, read up about it. It's an interesting thing to look at.
Very, very
And
interesting.
in the process, even look at other standards like the LED rating. I think you said South Africa has.
Yes, I think South Africa is the only country in Africa that has a
No, I think
proper
Ghana.
LED
Okay, yeah, proper rating. Yes.
proper LED
But
rating.
Ghana, I know Ghana is adapting it now.
Yes, they are
Nigeria is registered with the Green Building Council, but I don't know.
We don't have any sort of
Yeah, I've not really
rating.
heard any.
Yes,
Well, definitely no rating, but I'm even talking about general getting around to doing stuff. But yeah, what we're saying is research. These are things you should know, and
Yeah,
they will help
these are
you.
viable research topics
Yeah.
for your
Research topics.
BSc project.
There
your
are
master's
even
thesis.
viable systems for your building, whether it's you building or your parents.
So
or
even
somebody
you shouldn't even wait for the code
yeah,
to come up.
Yeah, you can always implement
Keep
some
up
of
with
these
the
recommendations. Yes.
Yes.
Just keep track of them. There's the Passive House Institute blog, then LED has their own site. We'll put references in the note section that you can go from to find
and
other.
continue research,
Yeah.
because this is us just talking
Yeah.
for you
There's
to
a
be
lot,
interested,
a
for
whole
you
lot more
to
out
whet your
there.
appetite,
Mhm.
for you to be to want to know more about, because these are things that are actually happening in the world right now. These are very
And Nigeria needs to get on it as soon as possible, because the rate at which we are going
is slow. We're still.
It's not even just slow. I worry that energy consumption will get to the point where we damage so much and we can't fix
it.
The point, I think the advantage we have of being a young country is other people have gone ahead and made those mistakes. The big industrial revolution in America, and nobody was thinking about these things. So they've had almost how many years of industrial damage. We can prevent going through
all
the same. Yes,
exactly.
Yeah,
Why
we don't have to have
why
our
make the
own
same mistakes
experience.
your parents did?
Exactly. So you just pick up on other countries and what they did wrong and fix it now that we can easily.
Yeah. You should be able to get grants to do proper
research into all these topics. Yeah.
So
follow us on Twitter at the.manka and remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.